doing a live stream. Gonna have to sign in and that to put the Discord in. So if anyone wants to yeah, got the sending me link in that. So yeah, going live and that, and just gonna have to sign in now to the chat. Put the Discord link in if anyone wants to talk, because talk about whatever you like and all. I'm not choosy because I can pull it up and that, whatever it is. Yeah. There's a few crazy shit happening in New York and that, and Seattle. Yeah. Some crazy shit and that's happening. So, pull it up on that. So, today's news is all about. Once again. For stuff. I have to go onto YouTube. That's where the YouTube channels and that. Should be getting some stories and that. Fuck. Gee, that is fucking stupid fucking thing. Don't above that all, man. Fucking YouTube, you can't. Because don't watch it, the fucking shite it wants me to watch. Here we go. The drums are out, so gotta get the guitar out, haven't we? We've got those drums. Yeah. Oh. Looking shit though, mate. Always reminds me of like some 80s villains, some street perks.
Sorry, I don't have any cash.
Yeah, it's just Tent Village, isn't it? It's like they ain't even.
Wow. Kind of jonesing for some riot ribs in
That
there.
ain't good, is it?
I hear they're quite tasty.
Graffiti intense. Is that your fucking? Go. Yeah. Yes. Well, that was like the peaceful daytime, wasn't it? But you get to the night time and that. I can get onto the Discord. Yeah. Peaceful and that, but on the night time it all kicks off. Yeah, let's see some of the night time kicking off. Yeah. Yeah, there's when the fucking kick off and that. Go trying to set fires and that. Yeah, look at these. Oh yeah. Real chuff with themselves, aren't they? They can set a fire. Yeah. That dude there and all, he gets shot with like rubber bullets and that. Or beanbags, he says, but it's rubber bullets. And he starts complaining, says he was a peaceful protester. That's the sort of people you're dealing with. Need some guitar in there for this. Everybody needs a rock. Yeah. Burn, you bitch. Motherfucker. Leaf blowers. Which is a very good tactic. I'm surprised I can hold them though. You don't see many women with leaf blowers, do you? Cause they're a bunch of sexist motherfuckers. Umbrellas and leaf blowers. Yeah, see, like, they're holding up the fucking American flag, the stars and stripes and that. It's like, yeah. If you sort of respected that flag, you wouldn't be a bunch of fucking dicks trying to fucking vandalise places. Yeah, leaf blower dudes, they run around like fucking on leaf blow on gas blowing duties. Yeah. Yeah, this is like peaceful protesting, isn't it? The only reason why it's mostly peaceful is because they're a bunch of soy boys. Look at them, right? Soy nerds! Probably reading Wonder Woman comics. Or Penguin. They probably think that the Penguin's the like most masculine sort of person they've seen. Wherever goes. More ground. Oh yeah, Death Knight. Yeah. They do know that is the bad guys' music though, don't they? No, they probably don't. But yeah, it would come though. Like giving the warnings. Evacuate. Clear the fucking streets. There we go. There's where they're coming out. Yeah. There we go. Using smoke cover. It's like sort of fairly good if you going against soy boys who can't even throw a fucking like stoner out. But yeah, here they come though. The feds totally destroyed the Laugh Fest. And the Imperial March starts getting. Yeah. Totally fucking came out, didn't they? And it was like there was even training. I think they let even a few of the Fed females have a go. Yeah, I thought the way it looked was like a training exercise with a bit of soy. Yeah. I ain't seen this one.
Hey, why are you out here?
Oh, okay, I think it's Captain America.
Why are you out here?
I'd prefer not to be, but someone has to. We cannot allow this kind of injustice to go unchallenged.
Oh, what's that?
We cannot allow intimidation to succeed.
Yeah,
We can't
deadly
let them bully
blower.
us off our own streets as though that's somehow okay. So, we have to stand up.
Oh, the Animaniacs fucking
And unfortunately, I
face
doubt it'll be
mask.
my last, because, well, there's a lot that still needs fixing, and until the feds leave and the police are seriously defunded or reformed, our
Oh,
job isn't done.
well, good. You need to be fucking
I have before. I don't like it. Believe me, there are
having
things
to
I
do
would
this.
rather be doing tonight.
Yeah, it is pussy
But
cunt.
justice requires people to stand up.
Yeah, Captain America won't be doing it.
Tell me why you're out here.
I'm coming from Olympia, Washington, so I drove down because I'm aghast at the federal troops, or whatever the federal people are. Such a violation of the Constitution.
Oh, is he
Black
giving
Lives
it?
Matter, I've been involved in. I'm here to visit with the troops.
Is this your first night?
It is my first night.
And I noticed you brought a leaf blower.
This is actually a
What?
supercharged leaf blower. I got
What
it today.
happens when you
110
read
miles
Wonder
an hour.
Woman comics?
Super
Don't tell me he ain't read a Wonder Woman comic.
Should work really
Don't
well.
tell
Work
me
really
he
well.
won't watch him
Why'd
Buffy.
you bring it?
Oh, to blow the tear gas away. I heard the dad in
Yeah,
Orange.
he's,
Dads with blowers. I'm a granddad with a blower.
yeah. Yeah, wait till he gets his blower fucking robbed.
It doesn't matter if you're a Democrat. It doesn't matter if you're a liberal. It doesn't matter if you're independent. It's time for us to realize
Yeah.
we can find a middle ground. The middle ground is not burning down our own fucking country, not burning down our city.
No, you're talking too much sense here. You're gonna get yourself filled in.
Not degrading our own race. Not degrading our own race.
Yes.
That's how we degrade our own race.
Yeah.
It won't happen.
That's because you're trying to fucking destroy their fucking buildings.
If it happens, then I will admit that you were right and I'll apologize.
From Texas? How long have you been out here? I just want to ask.
This is my second night out.
This is your second night out here? I just want to let you know, though, that this is why the moms are here.
Shoot.
Hold back.
Yeah, that's him.
Do you want proof?
For just fucking
Yeah.
being here.
Like they will shoot you.
That was that dude. All I said was setting fire to the fucking police station building or whatever it was. Yeah, that's him. Look at him now. Oh, they will shoot. Yeah, because you're fucking trying to set fire to shit. You fucking idiot. Well, he's not an idiot. He's a useful fucking idiot.
I was peacefully protesting.
You won't peacefully
and,
doing shit, bitch. You
yes,
lying
I
bastard.
come out and shot me with beanbags. Like locked me up.
Yeah.
Locked me up for about 6 shots. Shot me
Well,
6 times. Peacefully
none of them hit
protesting.
your head, did
And I
they?
want my
So you're
friend-
lucky. You still got a fucking hour left, so shut the fuck up.
Because I support the people I walk with, and we have a big presence. We have a big presence
Yeah,
right now.
he's out with his face, isn't he?
Right at the time I was doing it, I was
Yeah.
sitting on the fence and chanting Black Lives
Yeah.
Matter, all cops are bastards.
Well, setting fire to the fucking like place. Yeah, that was the place he was setting
Here we
fire
are.
to.
Downtown Portland.
Yeah.
Oh, they tried to snatch me. They pulled out zip ties, shot me with
Oh, zip
beanbags.
ties.
Shot me with beanbags.
Wow.
And
Zip
tried to
ties
steal
and
me.
beanbags.
And
Well. Yeah.
no.
Yeah, it was. Ah, look, he's been like,
Victoria.
changing some, yeah, fuck off.
I don't want to be in there. I don't want my face in there. I'll talk to the I don't want my face in there.
You need to come with me.
Literally standing up there, peacefully.
Yeah,
protesting
bullshit.
just literally just there for the fucking people.
Victoria.
He's there right behind the
Yeah,
building. They
you
weren't even out like
lying
this.
bitch.
Hiding behind the building. They're fucking shooting people for being out here for
Oh, at least it's
protesting,
not shooting them with real ammo like they will be doing in
Fuck up.
fucking China.
Literally just standing there.
You go to China, you fucking, and fucking tell the Chinese government that they're a bunch of fucking marks dictating fucking overlords. See what? No, they fucking don't. Fuck. Ugh. Proper fucking little bitches, these. So people, as I say, wanna fucking scratch your face to fuck, but once they break a nail, they're all screaming. Oh, well. Yeah, look at these. They think they're fucking like 300, but they're not. They're the fucking Arabians or whoever it was. Yeah, it's honestly. Oh, there we go. I'm surprised they don't fucking realise how fucking stupid they are. But so they're getting paid. You probably can see who's getting paid by fucking anti-fag, because the rest of them aren't getting paid. It's like that. It's fucking stupid. We need the cops. Yeah, there we go. Fucking get down. Get down. You're being warned. Yeah, you wanna look. This is like fucking easy as fuck. The soldiers they're not even doing shit. Most of them are thinking, why are these fucking bothering? This is all you have to do. The cops could have done this, but the Portland police got told to stand down. The NASA want to just fuck up America and that. It was straight through. Straight through rubber bullets. Oh, they couldn't even be paying balls. You can never tell. There we go. That was easy. Someone did say like, yeah, the music fucking made him look like real sort of fucking doing the job and that, like, yeah. Fucking word, fucking few people got slaps and that shit, man. Yeah, but probably fucking useless then. No, it's pro. Yeah, okay. Like you say, yeah. Bit of fucking. Like, hey, protesters, we're back out. Yeah, then all that crazy shit. Oh yeah, that was at me, that fucking, yeah, got told to fuck right back off. And that, yeah, oh, fucking shite. Need to fucking man the fuck up, that's what they need to do. Stop fucking reading Wonder Woman comics. I'm the bad guy for saying this, but they're the fuckers that fucking want to be like little bitches for the rest of their fucking lives. So I'll be the bad guy as long as I'm not the little pussy bitch that fucking can't even throw a fucking water bottle or whatever they're fucking carrying at the time. Yes. Off that. Speak to what's happening here. Put it on the big screen. Yeah. Hmm. Subscriptions. Yeah, and Mark Dice do. Well. Got found it though. Hmm. Fucking. It's not fucking showing me that base fucking subscription fucking. But yeah, it's some dude getting smacked. Shit, get the fuck off. Yeah, we are. There we go. dude, you can see he's just walking up to the people who are trying to block the road and that. Yeah, what's going on? Boom! Get the fuck off! Yeah. You get a raghead, yeah, fucking, yeah. There we go then. Boom! Get down, get the fuck down. Stop fucking blocking the road. Get the fuck off the road. Yeah, yeah, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. Don't know what that was about. Yeah. Yeah, no one's come on the Discord, but I don't think anyone is really up sort of thing. Or if they are up and that, they want to come on to talk about whatever. But yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I know. What fuck is? The fucking Ghost of Tsushima. That's like kicking ass. All sold out on that. The nose here. Yeah. 2 days ago it is. Sold out on that. Totally sold out. Yeah. Fastest selling new PlayStation. Ghost of Tsushima has become Sony's fastest selling original IP this console generation. More than 2.4 copies. So 2.4 million copies of the game. Yeah. And really all it is fucking fighters, Dynasty Warriors with fucking sort of like Red Dead Redemption. So like Dynasty Warriors version of Red Dead Redemption. Still a good game though, still a good game. Still be kicking ass, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'll tell you something now. 80s street punks. Got 80s action film. Street punks. Let's have a look, see if it comes up. Punk rock movies. Fucking. See, look at the images. It's all fucking Sex Pistols. Oh, there's some. Blade Runner, but Robocop 2's the best for them. Yeah, that's a fan fucking what. Where's some of the street punks from Robocop? Well, yeah, there we go. There's the arcade version of them. Look, street graffiti, the fucking what you'd call commies. This is from the new Robocop. Shite. You know, fucking. It's all a robot, but it's fucking. Doesn't want to show the street punks because they know how much the fucking don't look like Antifa and that. Yeah, they're not showing them. Oh, there we go. Oh, they're in Robocop 3. Could be. Ah, yeah. There we go. From Robocop 3, yeah. Robocop. Yes, fucking comes up with a bit of selection. Oh well. Yeah, Splatter Punks, I think that was called. Look at that, yeah. Bit like Antifa, innit? I don't know. Well, there's a district. Yeah. Alright, there we go. The pink smoke on Twitter. Probably know. Don't know what it's all about, but yeah. Yeah, look. That Antifa fucking. I don't know what is. That's what fucking I always think of when I'm seeing these fucking chop zones fucking appearing or whatever. It's like, alright. Looks like Robocop 3. Yeah. Street punks. Yeah. Robocop 1. Yeah, Streets of Rage though, no. That's probably a bit like fucking what Antifa want, isn't it? Eastwood though, there's like Dirty Harry sort of shit with the street punks. That's why I don't like you watching fucking 80s action films. Right. Let's see, there's something else. I think I looked at everything mainly that. There's more. Humble, yeah. Right, there we go, that InfoWars, yeah, let's check out the InfoWars. Fucking news. Yeah. Well, straight off on the bat, video WHO, that's a fucking World Health Organization, not the WHO, but they're saying there will be no return to the old normal. COVID-19 will get worse and worse and worse. Well, that's just fucking taking the piss, isn't it? So let's fucking do more read. Yeah. And by the globalists, look at that globalist fucking puppet there. Health what? World Health Organization Director, fucking globalist puppet General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus recently appeared before cameras to inform the world that there will be no return to the old normal and that COVID-19 may never disappear, which means every human should live in a perpetual state of fear, as if every decision is a life and death decision. Fucking globalist fucking bitches. Yeah, really message it. the COVID-19 and claimed that unless all countries in the world adhere righteously to the advice given by the WHO, the pandemic is going to continue to get worse and worse and worse. Well, if it gets worse and worse and worse, you better fucking come up with a fucking DNA fucking strand, because my DNA strand is fucking fine. If you got a weak DNA strand, then you better fucking do something about it, because mine's fucking healthy. So fuck you. Maybe there'll be no old normal. Fuck. There will be, to people who don't fucking give a fuck. Or ain't got fuck all to live. You know, they're not gonna be fucking caring. They ain't gonna give a fuck. In the Guardian, the only aim of the virus is to find people to infect. Mixed messages from leaders. Undermining the most critical ingredient of any response: trust. Yeah, let me be blunt. There's too many countries are headed in the wrong direction. The virus remains public enemy number one, but the actions of many governments and people do not reflect of this. Yeah. Wants to find people who are infected. Well, I don't trust your fucking infections. I tell you what, the people who are infected will be the ones who are dying, yeah? Because the ones who ain't dying, it's no fucking problem if they are infected or they're not. So, you need to fucking bubble wrap the fucking people who could be dying of it. Fucking cheeky bastards. This is just so you keep in and that. Yeah. Who can't go back to normal? We fucking I'm fucking gonna be doing what I fucking have always been doing, living like a free man. You wanna bring me down, you fucking globalist fucking cunts? You're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way, as I've told you. Well, yeah. Watch. Joe Rogan confirms he's leaving LA for Texas. Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me at all, because Alex Jones was saying, Joe Rogan, yeah, he's had enough. Even though he likes to fucking pretend he's with these liberals and that, but you know, he's had enough. Correct. Let's have a look, see what.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
See that church incident? That church incident where that guy pulled out a gun. Everyone comes out. The old lady came out and said, "What?"
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm talking
about. You remember
about.
my bit that I used to have about the Draw Muhammad contest that they did in Texas? There's a
Yeah,
Charlie Hebdo. You know the magazine? Charlie Hebdo was this magazine in Paris, and they did a cartoon about Muhammad. You're not supposed to draw Muhammad.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they killed everyone that worked there. They killed like
That was
9
in
people.
Denmark.
They killed police officer. It was a really big issue.
Shit.
Huge.
Yeah. Talk about what happened in Denmark and that.
International issue.
Okay.
Everybody was terrified. Everybody's like, "Fuck."
Did
what-
that have something to do with
Hold on,
South
listen,
Park?
listen. No. The New York Times wouldn't draw the pictures. They wouldn't print the pictures. Los Angeles Times wouldn't print the
No,
pictures.
no one
Washington
would,
Post
apart
wouldn't
from the
print pictures.
Danish.
No one was
fucking
doing anything.
paper.
Then Texas got into the mix, and they decided to have a Draw Muhammad contest.
Oh shit!
Instantly, within minutes, a dude showed up with his friend, and they started shooting at the building. They were killed almost instantly, and I'm like, why? Because they were doing a Draw Muhammad contest in Texas. I'm like, did you pay attention to anything about Texas? And then I get this whole bit about how this the place where that bit about more tigers in captivity in Texas than in all the wild of the world.
Oh, Joe Rogan.
What's the bit?
Like,
That sounds
this
familiar.
is from Trigger.
I know
from
some
my
daft cunts
2016
that
special.
like,
There's
oh,
more
Joe
tigers in
Rogan,
captivity in Texas than all
oh,
of the
Joe
wild
Rogan's
of the world.
logo. Yeah,
That's how
he's
crazy
fucking
Texas is.
dumb as
Texas
well.
is
He's
Wild
not dumb
West
as
people
fuck,
who just
but
said, "We're doing right here,"
he
but they
just
stopped.
talks
All
like
those Kit Carson type dudes
fucking
from the fucking Wild
loads of
West, they
shit.
just stopped in Texas and they stayed there.
'Cause he knows
There's
dumb
more
cunts like that.
tigers in Texas than the whole rest of the planet.
That's insane.
It's
Totally.
insane. They're in dudes'
Yeah.
yards.
Yeah.
That's what's insane. And I go, it all started with one guy who got a tiger. And the other guy's like, I didn't know we'd get tigers. Shit. And he went and got
Well,
2 tigers.
tigers,
And the first guy
yeah.
was like, I ain't about to let this faggot out tiger me.
In fucking
And he opened up Tiger
Texas
World.
and-
And that's literally what it's like.
Anywhere
down
else,
there.
so you
Dudes
don't
have
even go there,
hundreds
do
of
you?
tigers in their yard.
That's crazy.
You can have a yard, and if you have the resources, you can keep those tigers fed. You can
Yeah.
have fences where you have 100 tigers in your yard.
And that's why
Texas
Joe
is a
Rogan
different
wants to
animal,
leave.
son.
No,
It's one of the
look,
safest places
Joe
to be.
Rogan, you want
It's
to
one of
leave
the-
because you
there's
know
violence
the
in Texas, just like there's
fucking
violence when
blue
we get
states
large
are
groups of people.
fucking
But
crumbling
I
like fuck.
people in Texas. They're
Yeah.
friendly. Dallas, I like Dallas a lot, man. I like Austin. I like Houston. I like
Yeah.
everywhere I go in Texas. But they're fucking. They're what I would.
Yeah, you like it, Joe, because they're not fucking run by Antifa fucking commies. Oh, well, actually, some of Texas is, isn't it? I think it's like Indianapolis or something like that words.
would want America to be like. They're cordial. They hold doors for you. They say good morning. They look you in the eye. They're smiley.
Texas is not only the best place
Probably
the
in
United States
Texas
for me
now,
for
yeah.
jiu-jitsu seminars, but also comedy too. Texas
Me
is
too.
Texas is a different animal comedy.
Dude.
100 people show up for seminars.
yeah.
It's
That's exactly what fucking lefties do. They fuck up their own cities and fuck off to red cities. It's like, yeah. Let's bring communism in.
insane, man.
I did my first CD in Texas.
Yeah.
At Houston, at the Laugh Stop.
Houston is the best place. That's the number one city
Oh
for me.
man, well Dallas and Houston. Well, I don't know, man. I love Austin too.
Did a bunch.
Well, I didn't say he's moving, but I think he is going to win. He is going to. He's got no choice too, but because he's not fucking gonna be liked, is he, when he's earning like 200 million? He's gonna be part of the 1%, isn't he? Do you think Joe Rogan's gonna stay around for him to be for his studio to get trashed by communists? Oh, I love Joe Rogan. Oh. Well, if you love Joe Rogan, you'll fucking understand why he's fucking getting that fuck out of California or LA or wherever he was. But anyway, what's this? Draft DNC platform declares white Americans too rich, too privileged, and too evil. Right. Don't know what DNC platforms is. But whatever platform it is. Oh, the Democratic National Committee. Yeah, well, no wonder they're fucking want white people. There we go. Look at this. Oh, that draft platform is for 2020 conversation. Mentions whites a total of 15 times. So 15 times, each of them within a demeaning context. Yeah, right, yeah, I'm gonna say. Okay, I'll say. To the west, other than just mention whites, but a detailed first notice by the Washington Examiner, Paul Beard, or Bedard, in more than 80 pages in the draft platform published by Politico, whites are mentioned 15 times, all critical, including 3 references to white supremacy or white super Marxists, and 1 to white nationalists. Bedard writes. He adds, in most mentions he references how whites are better off at the expense of others, and the promise often is to close the gap between minorities and whites, though no solutions are offered. Yeah, well, their solution is to kill all whites, I think you'll find. In the end, you know, they're not going to say that right now, but that is their solution. He adds, in most mentions the references is to how whites are better off if this is a legitimate draft, the fact that it's merely a draft means nothing. It still reveals how ugly the Democrat Party has become and how ugly and divisive the future will be should this approach to national politics ever prevail. Well, if it's fucking up to dumb cunts who fucking like voting fucking Democrat, then yeah, might be, because they're gonna rig it and that shit, man. So you don't need you don't need a majority for the Democrats to win. You just need it to make it look like there's a majority by fucking having it all on fucking like TV, which are like propaganda, communist fucking Marxist propaganda tools. But this is what happens when you're a fucking signhead and you fucking read Wonder Woman comics. You don't know shit about fucking anything. You're just a little fucking pathetic piece of bitch. That's all you are. So this sort of shit, you just find out the fucking results. You don't see the fucking progress. You just see the results. And if the results is you're gonna get fucking terminated, then fuck yeah, that sort of shit happens to people that don't fucking know what's going on. Oh, you just watch Joe Rogan. I listen to what Joe Rogan says. Fuck yeah. What's this? GOP looking at 70% wage replacements for enhanced unemployment. Alright. Trump slams Democrat for hurting US workers. Well, that's what it is. We're fucking tearing down America, and if that means having to fuck the American people over, well, that's what they're going to do. State Department raises restrictions on military drone exports to foreign nations. Right. Well, that means we're going to get a bit of fucking intel. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. You want to be spying on people? Well, we're going to be spying on you. Watch President Trump interview with Barstool Sports. Dave Peroni. Yeah, don't know. Fucking. What sort of interview that's going to be like? Internet mocks Fauci for watching MLB game without mask after terrible first pitch. Yeah. So that. Well, no one's going to be wearing them because everyone knows they're fucking full of shit. It's like they're more dangerous to wear, but it's just to fucking get people to follow the fucking rules. Like I won't say where I went, but I was like standing there sort of thing, and it was like one of them where if it had been a shop or something that I didn't have to fucking bother going into, because I could go into a shop, I just said fuck off, but it wasn't, and so I had to fucking just stand there. All I want to do is ask a question and all. It wasn't like I was fucking like having an interview or out. It wasn't like fucking where sometimes if you go for interviews they might say, oh yeah, can you stand over here sort of thing. It wasn't even that. Yeah. Over 186,000 migrants blocked from entering US illegally this year. Oh well, that's good news. Yeah. Migrant camp population explodes along Paris Channel. Whoa. Camp. Well, this is a fucking, because right near fucking France. We're sending them because like there was a fucking migrants getting sent over fucking to Britain and that. They're not stopping. They're like French fucking Navy should be stopping them, and they're not. They're just letting them go. Fuckers. Hey, well, don't like just look like fucking these migrant camps. Don't just look like fucking chop. I don't know what they're complaining about. Number of migrants illegally camped along the channel in the Paris suburbs has exploded to over 1,000, with activists predicting there'll soon be 1,500. Well, get loads in. Can't be asked to read all this shit. It's like fucking. Yeah. Activists attribute the increased number of campers to a surge of migrants arriving from other stopover ports in Europe, namely Afghanistan's travelling onwards from Greece, yeah, and Somalians and Sudanese who first reach Italy. So yeah, and they're all wanting to come to Britain because they're not in France for fucking long. Because even if they wanted to be in France, they're usually getting carted off. But this is where fucking at the end of the year, it's Brexit, fucking looking like going on. Well, trade fucking rules, and hopefully America, they'll like Trump in for a fucking second term. Then one can do the fight back. Well, we'll always be fighting back, but we can do a fucking big fight back and get it back to the 90s. Where you had bands like Nirvana and Guns N' Roses. Florida, reportedly counts person who died of gunshot wound to the head, says of the head, but it's to the head, as COVID death. Activists also discovered dozens of deaths had no COVID complications at all, or even a contributing to the cause of death. Now we'll have a go, see? Massaging the figures, aren't they? They're just massaging the figures. And it's probably dumb cunts who are like, oh, I like Joe Rogan. Oh, I'll wear the mask. Fucking hell. And that's why they'll never experience fucking much. I mean, most of them get fucking excited with a bit of fucking like female attention, and someone to say, hey, what you say is correct, we like Joe Rogan too. But anyway, activists who see to reopen Florida's economy and push back against mask orders discovered the anonymous death while scanning Florida's publicly available information. The activists noticed that while several other cases may seem anonymous, as the patients did not die of COVID-19, but instead, while sick with the COVID-19, the death is listed as gunshot wound of the head. So, reopen Florida's activists claim that whilst reading Florida's own public available COVID-19 information, they discovered that one man included in the total list of COVID-19 deaths is registered to have died from gunshot wound to the head. So that's how they're fucking massaging the fucking COVID. Because like, yeah, probably they want to be checking out Chicago and fucking Seattle. See what fucking reports are coming out with how many fucking of the gunshots to the head fucking COVID deaths have got. Okay now. the activists who discovered that dozens of deaths had no COVID-19 complications at all, or even contributing cases of death. As of July 17th, 2020, Palm Beach County Medical Examiner Office reported a total of 580 deaths in the country, 79 fewer than the 659 reported by the local media. But that was not the only disparity. Shockingly, 8 of the 580 patients had no COVID complaints or complications at all, listed as their cause of death or even a contributing cause of death. Those 8 patients died from events such as a gunshot wound to the head, hip fracture, congestive heart failure, or Parkinson's disease. Yet all 8 patients were included in the list of COVID-19 deaths by the Palm Beach County Medical Examiner. There we go. Another 78 cases have a primary cause of death that is not related to COVID-19. These patients only have a contributory cause of death listed as COVID-19. These patients contributionary case are those that did not directly cause the death of the patients. Those 78 patients had a direct cause of death such as congestive heart failure, kidney cancer, blunt head trauma, and metastatic pancreas cancer, and were also counted as COVID-19 deaths. National File recently reported that Florida's health authorities admitted they counted the deaths of a man who died in a motorcycle accident. Yeah, I know that one. As a COVID-19 death, with officials stammering about how the accident could have been caused by the man's COVID-19 symptoms. Yeah, well, that's because the fucking what you'd only describe as commie Marxists don't care about the truth. They just want the propaganda, and they use daft cunts who are like, oh, I think Joe Rogan's fucking the best fucking commentator ever. See if there's any more stories. On the brink of war, Middle East tension at all-time high. Oh yeah, see, because this is what you want. Say it's fucking China. Fuck you! I'd rather fucking die a free man than live as a fucking Chacom commie. On the brink of war, Middle East tension at all-time high, right? Plus the latest on a rising tensions between US and China. Harrison Smith hosts this live edition of War Room. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, exactly. What's been happening, but Trump saying, fuck you, China, fuck you. Fuck you, China. There's some, they found out other ones, yeah, okay, there's. Students say founding fathers, other ones, yeah, the fucking commie, fucking Marxist, fucking brown shit, fucking useful idiot, dumb cunts. Alex Jones responds to CNN report on Trump's conspiracy theories. Fox cut away from White House briefing after McKinney shows footage of Portland riots. Yeah. Let's see if I can. Because, yeah, Fox is getting fucking cocked, innit? There we go. Yeah, showing the fucking RoboCop 3 bad guys. There we go.
You, because I want it to be real, what is happening right now.
Yeah.
In Portland. So if we could play that video, that'd be great.
There's Fox News. Yeah. Holy fuck! Cut! Get out! Roll VT! People gonna fucking lose their jobs! Can't fucking roll VT! Fuck it. Yeah, some good footage. Yeah. Oh yeah. Fox cameraman's panning in. Yeah, good thinking. Bigger screen and that. Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
I hope someone kills your whole family.
Yeah.
I hope they kill you too.
Yeah, you fucking
I hope someone burns
devil
down your whole
worship
precinct with all y'all
fucking
inside.
Satanist.
Can't wait to see it.
As you can see, that is anything but a peaceful protest. And
Yeah. Oh, Fox did.
All right,
show
we
more
were
than
not
anything.
expecting that video, and
Yeah, but you fucking mum.
our management here at Fox News has decided we will pull away from that at this time. I want to bring in Power Panel James Freeman, assistant
Well, we'd seen
director,
enough. We'd seen
Wall Street
enough.
Journal editorial page, Fox News contributor, and Jose Aristimuño, former DNC deputy press secretary. James Freeman, I'll come to you from the Wall Street Journal. Some tough images there, a lot of things that we didn't anticipate to be shown in terms of some wording on the screen.
Yeah, eat it up.
But certainly
Fucking eat it
reflection
up.
of the conflict
That's the truth.
going on in some of
That's
the
the
areas of
fucking
America.
truth. What, you don't want to show the fucking truth? Yeah. Fuck. The dumb fucking public has fucking the known. Fucking can't see that. They're not allowed to see that shit. Oh no. Well, didn't surprise me because we know that shit's fucking happening. We know about that shit. Dumb cunts who are fucking eating their own fucking scum. They're just scum eating their own fucking scum. Don't know what's going on. Because their brains aren't built for that sort of fucking usefulness. Still streaming. And took me down, man. Took me down. So I've got to fucking load that back in when I fucking. Yeah. Ooh. Washington Post. So, oh yeah. Washington Post sells a tool. Fuck it's like fucking $250 million fucking settlement. Well, they don't. They settled, so they might have given him like 50 million. Don't know. But yeah, information also with the Covington teen Nick Sandman. You know the well, I might show you a picture. Said he was a racist, and that because an Indian dude was banging a drum. There we go. That must bring some fucking memories back. Did you bring memories back? Did you remember that back? As I would say to the fucking general public, because they probably fucking don't. They're probably like, did it happen last week? Oh, I don't even know even then. I'm too busy reading Wonder Woman comics. But anyway, so he's got a few million now, hasn't he? Don't say how much he fucking sell for, but yeah. There we go, look. Sandman announced on Twitter Friday that after over a year of litigation or litigation, the leftist media outlet owned by Amazon billionaire Jeff Bezos had agreed to settle the suit brought on after the publication falsely attacked him for smirking at the professional activist whilst wearing a mega hat during a January 2019 March for Life rally. Yeah, because if you don't remember, what happened was there was all grouped up and this dude came towards them banging his drum and they all moved back. Then he went towards them again and they all moved back apart from what's his fucking name? Nick. But Nick, he didn't move back. Nick just stood there and smiled, which looked a bit like a smirk because he has got a bit of a smirky ass face, but it was well in his rights to be smirking. He could have stuck his fucking tongue out. He wasn't harming anyone. But anyway, yeah, they made him out to be like a racist. He was a white nationalist. He'd fucking nearly crippled a fucking Indian, as in native Indian. He nearly crippled a native Indian with his smirk and that. But yeah, got a couple of mil. That just goes to show, well, you've got balls and you don't fucking suck China's fucking Marxist fucking commie cock. And the globalists fucking Marxists fucking like smooth parts. Yeah, you get a couple of mil. Yeah, so remember, you can earn money and still be a man. Pompoo's handshake gets rejected by officials in Denmark. Alright. Elbow bump. No more in European politics. Alright, you give them an elbow bump. Fucking pussies. Oh. I've just seen the first fucking headline. Yeah. That's what I'd shown you, where Marxist soy boy cries over fucking rubber bullet wounds after trying to burn down the fucking courthouse. Yeah, see. Yeah, look, there we go. Little fanny. But fucking, it show you where he's fucking burning the place. No, but I did anyway, so you know what I mean. Me and Salty Cracker. Yeah, sorry, Salty Cracker. He was showing it. Yeah. Oh, it's on sale. 50% off. Super Val Shield X2. I don't care. I don't fucking need no fucking cleanser. Like, come bring it on, you fucking diseases. Tiny Island contains clue about whether or not Earth poles are about to flip. Ooh. Let's have a look at this. Southern magnetic field significantly weaker than anywhere else on planet. Ooh. Well, if they do flip, it means you're fucking gonna have to get a new compass. Geologists from around the world began expressing concerns about the state of the planet's magnetic field last year, and the rapid move of the magnetic North Pole out of the Canadian Arctic towards Russia. Air scientists from the University of Liverpool Geomagnetism Laboratory have discovered that the South Atlantic autonomy, the area between South America and South Africa, where the magnetic field is significantly weaker than anywhere else on the planet, has likely been that way for millions of years, and therefore possibly isn't a sign of a coming reveal of the planet's magnetic poles. Hey, alright, Spike Hugger. Yeah, not too bad, that man. Just talking about fucking these stories and that, man. Fucking few was about the poles, magnetic poles maybe slipping fucking reversing and that. Yeah. Got the info wars on. Been doing a few stories on that. Quite a few of them on that. See the if public schools close, give parents the money for the school choice. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. He made Impey Coker and that says that they've been saying that for years, that the magnetic poles are going to reverse, which yeah, could be. But yeah, here we go. The Trump. Now this is what you need to do. Though. If you're going to close down the schools, then you give the parents the money to do some private teaching. Yeah, if schools are closed, the money should be to the students. True, yeah. President Trump endorsed on Thursday the idea of giving federal funds to parents of students for school of their choice if the local public school district closed during the coronavirus pandemic. Trump said he asked Congress to pass $105 billion in funds for the schools to help them reopen promptly and safely unless they refuse to do so. Yeah, well, no, Trump's got real good ideas, man. He's been like able to get sort of America back to a state where the Charcom commies had to fucking get all the blue state fucking liberals to let Black Lives Matter and Antifa trash their place. But it is a good idea though for Trump to be giving money to students or pupils. President Trump is calling for legislation to ensure that schools have the funding and incentives they need to safely reopen this fall and to empower families with school choice. Yeah. And was that like it was there for schools that reopen. Yeah, so he's saving some. But yeah, he's saying if the schools don't reopen though, he's not paying them, which is fucking good. Because you don't want to be paying teachers for doing fuck all. Cause that's what they basically are doing. Oh, fucking hell. The Yankees. Baseball taking the knee. Fuck off. Right, second round of $1,200 stimulus checks to be sent out next week. Right, so yeah, that'll be like a 2-week payment. Schools and I never got in, but anyways, off to sleep, up to you at the road, off the road soon. Yeah man, yeah man, yeah, cheers for popping in that man. Yeah, that is Prime Co UK. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be probably doing another like 15 minutes, do like a 2-hour sort of stream and that, yeah, out without having to get to bed sort of thing. But yeah, CNN roots for coronavirus because it's beating Trump and beating him badly. Yeah, that's China, that's why they did it, that's why they released it. FBI hunts for Chinese military spies. Alright, yeah. Across US as Propo calls for global crusade against Beijing. Right. Let's fucking look at this. If the free world doesn't change communist China, it will surely change us. Wow, yep. That's what they've been warning us. That's what they've been warning us. And there's no change in communists because they're all fucking. Well, there's no change in communists when they're fucking living under communism. Yeah. FBI has claimed that the Chinese researcher with the secret military ties are active in dozens of US cities. Yeah, I've seen a few fucking Chinese people wearing the masks that's in fucking Hull. And it's not even fucking a big town, but they send them in to wear the masks. I think, just say, hey everybody, go. It's like, fuck, no, don't think so. I ain't wearing no masks. And just at the top of the US diplomat urges the free world to unite against Beijing and cut the Frankenstein monster's tentacles. Yeah. Through a series of recent interviews, the Federal Bureau of Investigations says it's uncovered a concerted effort by a number of Chinese citizens conducting significant research. Scientific. Well, research in the US to hide their true affiliations. Yeah. Scientific. Yeah. That should be an I. I thought it was an L, but yeah, no, it's supposed to be an I there. But yeah. To the people of Liberation Army with the intent to take advantage of the United States and the American people, for those individuals have since been charged for visa fraud according to the Department of Justice. Alright. Oh, there's a tweet from the Justice Department. Blue check marks and all. Researchers charged with the visa fraud after lying about their work for China's People's Liberation Army. Researchers charged with the visa fraud after lying. 4 individuals have recently been charged with visa fraud in connection with a scheme to lie. So, right. Costian comes as Washington ratchets up tensions with the People's Republic, expelling Chinese diplomatic staff from a consulate in Houston earlier this week, as US President Donald Trump warned additional faculties could be shuttered. I mean, they're closed down. See what's this? Oh, it's on 40 minutes, so.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you all.
this is a speech.
Thank you, Governor, for that very, very generous introduction. It is true, when you walk in that gym and you say the name Pompeo, there is a whisper. I had a brother, Mark, who was really good. A really good basketball player.
Let's see if I can fucking get
Bruce,
to.
we can't treat this incarnation of China as a normal country just like any other. We know that trading with China is not like trading with a normal law-abiding nation.
The commies.
International agreements treats international suggestions as, or agreements as suggestions, as conduits for global dominance.
Yeah.
But by insisting on fair terms, as our trade representative did when he secured our Phase 1 trade deal, we can force China to reckon with its intellectual property theft and policies that have harmed American workers. We know, too, that doing business with a CCP-backed company is not the same as doing business with, say, a Canadian company.
Yeah.
They don't answer to independent
CCP,
and many of them are state-sponsored.
Commie Chinese Party, or Chinese Commie Party.
We stop pretending Huawei is an innocent telecommunications company. It's just showing up to make sure you can talk to your friends.
Yeah.
We've called it what it is, a true national security threat, and we've taken action accordingly.
Yeah.
We know, too, that if our companies invest in China, they may wittingly or unwittingly support the Communist Party's gross human rights violations.
Yeah.
Our departments of
Making
Treasury
Nikes, making
Chinese
Nikes
leaders and
in
entities
sweatshops.
that are harming and abusing the most basic rights for people all across the world. Several agencies have worked together on a business advisory to make certain that our CEOs are informed of how their supply chains are behaving inside of China.
Yeah, that's good.
We know too that not all Chinese students and employees are just normal students and workers.
Yeah.
To make a little bit of money and to garner themselves.
Yeah.
Too many of them come here.
Yeah.
To steal our intellectual property.
Yeah.
And to take this back to their country. The Department of Justice and other agencies have vigorously pursued punishment for these crimes. We know that the People's Liberation Army is not a normal army too. Its purpose is to uphold the absolute rule of the Chinese Communist Party elites and expand a Chinese empire, not to protect the Chinese people.
Espionage and
So
that.
our Department of Defense has ramped up its efforts. Freedom of navigation operations out
Probably
throughout
caught
the
some
east
and
south
that,
China
but
seas,
couldn't do them
and
from
the Taiwan Strait
espionage.
as well. And we've
But
created a
now
space
they want
force
to though.
to help deter China from aggression on that final frontier. And so too, frankly, we built out a new set of policies at the State Department dealing with China, pushing President Trump's goals for fairness and reciprocity to rewrite the imbalances that have grown over decades.
Yeah.
Just this week, we announced the closure of the Chinese consulate in Houston.
Yeah. There we go. Fucking Houston's not fucking around. No.
Because it was a hub of spying and intellectual property theft.
Fucking espionage, the fucking do that in China, see how fucking they'll fucking kill you for espionage, but yeah.
We reversed 2 weeks ago 8 years of cheek turning with respect to international law in the South China Sea.
Yeah, that's why.
To conform its nuclear capabilities to the strategic realities of our time.
Yeah, that's why fucking there was drills going off in, as in like army drill. Well, there was navy drills and fucking air force drills, as in practice operations for fucking bombing and that shit.
the State Department at every level, all across the world, has engaged with our Chinese counterparts simply to demand fairness and reciprocity.
Yeah.
But our approach can't just be about getting tough. That's unlikely to achieve the outcome that we desire.
Well,
we must also engage and empower the Chinese people, a dynamic, freedom-loving people who are completely distinct from the Chinese Communist Party.
Yeah, but
that begins with in-person diplomacy. I've met Chinese men and women of great talent and diligence wherever I go.
yeah.
With Uyghurs and
Well, they don't want to be communists, but it's like Russia. Once you're a fucking
Hong Kong's democracy leaders, from Cardinal Zen.
part of the communist family, you're there for
2
life.
days ago, in London, I met with Hong Kong freedom fighter Nathan Law.
Yeah, that.
And last month,
Yeah.
in my office, I heard the stories of Tiananmen Square survivors. One of them's here today. Wang Dan was a key student who has never stopped fighting for freedom for the Chinese people. Mr. Wang, will you please stand so that we may recognize you?
Oh, there we go. China will hate this shit. A Tiananmen Square fucking survivor.
Also with us today is the father of
Whoa,
Chinese democracy,
no.
Wei Jinsheng. He spent decades in Chinese labor camps for his advocacy. Mr. Wei, will you please stand? You know, I grew up and served my time in the army during the Cold War. There's one thing I learned: communists almost always lie.
Yeah, damn right.
The biggest lie
They have to.
is to think that they speak for 1.4 billion people who are surveilled, oppressed, and scared to speak out.
Yeah.
Quite the contrary. The CCP fears the Chinese people's honest opinions more than any foe.
Yeah.
And save for losing their own grip on power, they have no reason to. Just think how much better off the world would be. Not to mention the people inside of China.
Yeah.
If we
Oh.
had been able to hear from the doctors in
People.
Wuhan, and they'd been allowed to raise the alarm about the outbreak of a
China's got to do it for themselves.
For too many decades, our leaders have ignored, downplayed the words of brave Chinese dissidents and warned us about the nature of the regime we're facing.
Yeah.
And we can't ignore it any longer.
No.
They know as well as anyone that we can never go back to the status quo. But changing the CCP's behavior cannot be the mission of the Chinese people. And free nations have to work to defend freedom.
Yeah, well,
It's the furthest thing from easy.
we gotta fucking
I have faith because we've done
get
it
the
before.
people.
We know how this goes.
Well, China ought
I
to be
have faith
like,
because the CCP is repeating some of the same mistakes that the Soviet Union made.
not
Alienating potential
like
allies,
in
breaking
commies.
trust at home and abroad, rejecting property rights and predictable rule of law. I have faith. I have faith because of the awakening I see among other nations that know we can't go back to the past in the same way that we do here in America. I've heard this from Brussels to Sydney to Hanoi. And most of all, I have faith we can defend freedom because of the sweet appeal of freedom itself.
Yeah.
Look at the Hong Kongers clamoring to emigrate abroad as the CCP tightens. its
Oh, well, don't blame them. Don't blame them.
wave American flags.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's
There are
doing that in
differences. Unlike
Cuba.
the Soviet Union, China is deeply integrated into the global economy. But Beijing is more dependent on us than we are on them.
Yeah. Take them down! Take them fucking down!
I reject the notion that we're living in an age of inevitability, that some trap is preordained, that CCP supremacy is the future. Our approach isn't destined to fail because America is in decline.
Got sorry boys. Fuck.
Said in Munich earlier this year, the free world is still winning. We just need to believe it.
Yeah.
Know it.
Oh yeah, we are. It's like fucking sorry fucking boy nerds.
They come here to work. They come here to build a life for their families.
I don't want to fight the CCP. You sorry boy, fucking nerd bitches.
It's great to be here today. The timing is
Fucking sorry nerd. You know what sorry nerd is now.
the same way, nor should they. Every nation will have to come to its own understanding of how to protect its own sovereignty,
That's not reading Wonder Woman
protect
comic.
its own economic prosperity, and how to protect its ideals.
Yeah,
identical
man
to
in the
Chinese
fuck
Communist
up.
Party. But I call on every leader of every nation to start by doing what America has done.
Yeah.
To simply insist on reciprocity, to insist on transparency and accountability.
Yeah.
The Chinese Communist Party It's a cadre of rulers that are far from homogenous, and these simple and powerful standards will achieve a great deal. For too long, we let the CCP set the terms of engagement.
Yeah, you need to stop them fucking
Free nations must set the tone. We must operate
the
on
film
simple
industry up.
principles. We have to draw common lines in the sand that cannot be washed away by the CCP's bargains or their blandishments. Indeed, this is what the United States did recently when we rejected China's unlawful claims in the South China Sea once and for all, as we have urged countries to become clean countries so that their citizens' private information doesn't end up in the hand of the Chinese government. We did it by setting standards. Now, it's true, it's difficult. It's difficult for some small countries. They fear being picked off. Some of them, for that reason, simply don't have the ability or the courage to stand with us for the moment. Indeed, we have a NATO ally of ours that hasn't stood up in the way that it needs to with respect to Hong Kong because they fear Beijing will restrict access to China's market.
Yeah, that's New Zealand.
This is the kind of timidity that will lead to historic failure. And we can't repeat it. We cannot repeat the mistakes of these past years.
No.
The challenge of China demands exertion, energy from democracies. Those in Europe, those in Africa, those in South America, and especially those in the Indo-Pacific region. And if we don't act now, ultimately the CCP will erode our freedoms and subvert the rules-based order that our societies have worked so hard to build.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there we go. That was a bit more. But yeah, that was the fucking gist of it, though. Fuck you, CCP! No one wants to be commies. Yeah, that was one we seen. Oh, UK. There we go. Oh. Fuck. What? UK announces most comprehensive flu programme in history. Aims to vaccinate 30 million. Efforts to make efforts of a parental resource of coronavirus government announced. Let's have a fucking look at this bastard, because their masks are fucking. Yeah. Efforts to mitigate effects of a potential resistance of COVID. Government announced. Let's have a look at this. The UK government has vastly expanded its free flu vaccination programme as the NHS prepare for a potential second spike in COVID-19 cases in the winter. Yeah, well, I'll never get a fucking flu vaccination. Fuck that. For a start, most of the fucking nurses don't know how to fucking do injections, so you get a big fucking bruise. And it's like, I just keep me vitamin C levels up and vitamin D and get a high fucking zinc level. Should be alright. The hope is to vaccinate 30 million people during the upcoming flu season in an effect to mitigate the effects of a potential resurgence of COVID. The government has announced, the flu shot programme will for the first time include all people over the age of 50. Well, I'm 45, so fucking. So everyone over the age of 50 has to fucking get the flu shot. Pooh. As well as children in their first year of secondary school. In previous years, the shot was offered for free to anyone over the age of 65, as well as young children, pregnant women, and people with seriously underlying health conditions. However, the government is prioritising those who are seen most at risk. UK Health Secretary Matt Hancock described the health initiative as the biggest flu vaccine programme in history, according to the Public Health England. That's trying to get fucking rid though. We're trying to get rid of Health England. It's fucking useless. Some 15 million doses of the flu vaccine were administered in 2019 to 2020. Health experts are concerned that there could be a second spike of coronavirus cases in winter, which coincides with the start of the flu season. Hancock argued that increasing the numbers of flu vaccinations would help the NHS cope with potential surge in COVID-19 cases. Does that mean no fucking surges in there? The NHS have just been doing TikTok fucking videos. There's no fucking concern. This winter, more than ever with the COVID-19 still circulating, we need to help reduce all avoidable risks, said Chris Whitty, the nation's chief medical advisor. The initiative, I think that comes as nations around the world scramble to develop an effective vaccine for COVID virus. You don't need a vaccine if you got fucking vitamin C, vitamin D, and strong zinc levels. However, the UK's Vaccines Task Force calculated earlier this week that a successful immunisation programme against the illness is far from certain. Dumped gold and bought the story of the safe and effective vaccine rushes at rap speed. Right. People's story was bought hook, line, sinker. What does modelling vaccines in silicon mean? What does testing on subjects mean when they declare they will have billions of doses distributed in just a couple of months? Our Christmas in July is now, yeah. So, yeah. looks like they're gonna be getting 50-year-olds to fucking go and get this shot now, but so if you got fucking high zinc, vitamin C and vitamin D, you don't need it. But the vaccines and all, they're probably fucking not safe. So if you don't know your infos, you fucking might take it, I don't know. But it fucks you up and that. Start feeling fucking ill and that shit. That was all of that. NSA whistleblower Bill Binney debunks Russian hacking hoax in explosive press conference. Oh, I was gonna be like, well, fucking, we all know it's all full of shit. But so the elites are terrified of explosive interview or exposing the R's and the L's. They're not fucking. Oh no. These explosive interview. But yeah. Let's have a look.
Hello and welcome to today's press conference and dialogue with former National Security Agency Technical Director Bill Binney.
Yeah, it's on for like 2.5 minutes.
Executive Intelligence Review.
Fucking. Pause it, we don't fucking buffer. Oh, you can tell the shit's scared of this one.
Affiliates that were in the UK who also joined the analysis process, and we
buffering. The fucking internet's good and all.
We were looking at the files posted by WikiLeaks because the allegation from
fucking internet's real strong, so fucking you can tell it's fucking shadow fucking. It's more than banning it. Shadow fucking.
Russia hacked the DNC and gave the emails to.
Stop shadow fucking my entertainment.
They did. They published. So we looked at those emails to see if there was something there that might give us some idea of how the WikiLeaks got that data. Well, in all the 35,813 emails that they posted in 3 batches, one downloaded according to last modified times on the 23rd of May.
Right.
And another on the 25th of May and one on the 26th of August of 2016.
Yeah.
Now, all those files, all 35,813 had a last modified time that was rounded off to the last to an even second. So they all ended up in even seconds. Now, if you know anything about data processing and data storage and things of that nature, there is a program that was quite common in the past using what's called FAT file formatting, file allocation table formatting, which is a process that when doing a batch process of data and transferring it to a storage device like a thumb drive or a CD-ROM, it rounds off the last modified time to the nearest even second. So that's exactly the property we found in all that data posted by WikiLeaks. Now that said very simply, this data was downloaded to a storage device, a CD-ROM or a thumb drive, and physically transported before WikiLeaks could post it. So that meant it was not a hack. So no matter how you look at it, we're looking at forensic evidence that says the DNC emails were not hacked. They were downloaded and physically transported to WikiLeaks. And then we had the other issue with Guccifer 2. Now, Guccifer 2 came out shortly after, Julian Assange announced that he had emails on Hillary Clinton and so on, and the DNC. Well, when you looked at the material that, which we did, looked at all the material that Guccifer 2 posted and said, here are the hacks that I did on the DNC. He claimed he did one on the 5th of July and one on the 1st of September of 2016. Well, when you start looking at that, and we looked at the files he posted, gave you a series of files with file names, the numbers of the characters in the file, and a timestamp at the end of the file. Then the next file, number of characters, and timestamp, and so on for I don't know how many files, thousands of files. So we looked at all those files and said, okay, we ran a program to calculate the transfer rate of all that data, because all you have to do is look at between the two timestamps, the file name and the number of characters in the file, and take the difference between the times, and that's the transfer rate for that number of characters. So we found that the variations ran from something like 19 to 49.1 megabytes per second. Now that means 19 to 49 million characters per second. And that we said the international web would, and the World Wide Web would not support that rate of transfer. Not for anybody who's just a hacker coming in across the net trying to do it. It won't support that kind of transfer. And some people thought we couldn't, that was wrong, that it could be done, and so we said, okay, we're going to try it. So we got organized some hackers in Europe to try to transfer a data set from the U.S. over to Europe just to see how fast we could get it there. And we tried it from Albania and Serbia, a couple places in the Netherlands, and London, data center. Well, we got various rates, but the highest rate we got was between the data center in New Jersey and one in London, and that was 49.1 megabytes per second, or 12 megabytes per second, which is 1/4 the rate, little less than 1/4 the rate necessary to do the transfer at the highest rate that we saw in the Guccifer 2 data, which meant it didn't go across the net. So, in fact, the file rate transfers were nowhere near the maximum rate that we could do. And so we said, okay, if anybody has a way of getting it there, let us know, and we'll help you try to do that. And so far, no one has ever come forward to dispute either the facts on the DNC data, last file, modified file times, nor the transfer rates for the Guccifer 2. Plus, there's another factor. With Guccifer 2, there's two more. With the Guccifer 2 data, the first of the 5 July data and the 1 September data, if you ignored date and hour, they could merge like you're shuffling a deck of cards. The holes in the 5 July data timing were filled by data from the 1st of September. That said to us that Guccifer 2 was playing with the data, separating into two files, saying he made two different hacks and doing a range change on the date and the hour on the one file. So that to us was also an indication of fabrication on the part of Guccifer 2. Then there was another factor. When Guccifer 2 put out some files on 15 June of 2016 with the signatures of Russian saying it's a Russian hack, our fellows in the UK looking at the data found 5 of those files at a minimum. I don't know that it was through yet looking, but they found 5 files that Guccifer 2 posted on the 15th of June with Russian signatures saying the Russians did this because of the signature. They found the same 5 files posted by WikiLeaks from Podesta emails.
Say stopping bar.
And they did not have the Russian signatures. So that meant Guccifer 2 was inserting Russian signatures to make it look like the Russians did the hack. Well, if you go back to the Vault 7 release from WikiLeaks again, from CIA, and you look, they have this Marble Framework program that will modify files to look like someone else did the hack, and who were the countries that they had the ability to do that in the Marble Framework program? Well, one was Russia, the other was China, North Korea, Iran, and Arab countries. Well, to us, then that means that the fabrication of the insert of Russian signatures means that somebody modified the file to make it look like it, which fits the Marble Framework definition of doing that kind of activity, which says all of this Booster 2 material is pointing back now to CIA as the origin of it. That's the basic evidence we have, and none of it points to Russia. In fact, we can't even find anything that points to Russia. When in fact the Mueller indictment, the Mueller report and that Rosenstein indictment named some what they called trolls for the Russian government, the IRA, the Internet Research Agency out of St. Petersburg in Russia. They named it in a court document, and the IRA over in there said we are not in any way associated with the Russian government. So they sent lawyers in to challenge that in a court of law here in the U.S. And the court charged the government to prove it, and they couldn't. They couldn't even prove anything. And so the judge basically reprimanded them and said you are never to mention the IRA as any way affiliated with the Russian government again. So their whole case was falling apart. Everything looked like the Booster 2 data was a fabrication, the alleged hack and so on, all fabrications. And even if you look at some of the testimony that came out from the CrowdStrike CEO, I think his name is Sean Henry, he said we had no indications of exfiltrating the data, but we had evidence that it was exfiltrated. Now, if he's talking about the last modified times as an indication of exfiltration, which it was, but it wasn't from a hack, it was from a download. So that download then is an indication it was done locally, as for the Gooster 2 data. They couldn't go across the net. It was a download locally. All that stuff happened locally. In fact, some of the data in the Gooster 2 material had all the timestamps indicating it was done on the east coast of the United States. We had one in the central time and one on the west coast, but most of them fell on the east coast. So it implied that all this stuff was happening on the East Coast, and that really pointed right back at CIA as the origin of all this fabrication.
There we go.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bill. And so everybody knows, I know we've already gotten various requests for questions. There is going to be a time for people to ask questions, and we'll extend that as long as we can do that in this format. I next want to introduce Barbara Boyd, who's
that's all the questions.
Author and researcher for the LaRouche Political Action Committee. Say something about this. 37 years ago, Lyndon LaRouche was involved in a back channel negotiation.
Went on for 2 minutes. It was on for fucking 2 hours.
The Soviet Union. The discussion led.
Well, yeah, there we go. Saying that the Russian influence was American CIA's fucking influence. And they got the receipts to prove. Well, they got the receipts to prove it wasn't Russia anyway. I think they said they did have the receipts to prove it was CIA, but fucking. I wasn't quite sure. I was just agreeing with him because it was like started talking. Oh, yep, that was the one. Just did. Right. Dehumanizing and demoralizing skeptics who don't wear face masks. Yeah. Well, I don't wear them. I don't want to wear them in the shops neither. But depending on fucking what I'm buying and how desperately I need it. But anyway, masks is all about control. Yeah, we all know that. It's about physical manipulation. in conditioning. Yeah, correcting. You might think of yourself as an axe murderer, but according to today's liberal progressive propaganda, if you don't wear a face mask in public, you're identified probably as a kind of an axe murderer. But it says probably akin to an axe murderer, but that means, by the way, the the previous of fear propaganda don't tell us, or the purveyor of the fear propaganda don't use that language. Instead they say this: people who won't wear a mask pose so-called dark trails or dark traits. Could be narcissism, psychopathy, and Marxism. Don't even know what the fuck they're on about. And they are less likely to comply with restrictions and engage in preventive measures against the pandemic. So say Newsweek reporters on two recent studios that looked at the relationship between personality traits and reactions to restrictions put in place to slow the spread of COVID-19. Yeah, but they're silly cunts that think it's fucking harmful, where it's like not harmful if you fucking got good fucking vitamin C, vitamin D and fucking zinc levels. And the people who haven't, well then you're gonna have to be the bubble boy, aren't you? You're gonna have to fucking wrap up, because it's your life that's gonna be fucking shit, not mine. You don't like it? Fucking talk to China about it. They're the ones that released it. In other words, if you don't wear a mask, you're not a rational, logical human. Nope, you're in a despicable or indiscriminate axe murderer, causing the blood of little old ladies and the uncompromised to running the streets. Well, that's fucking how the world works. Survival of the fittest. You got to fucking be like fucking peanut allergies, haven't you? If you know fucking you've got peanut allergy, then you've got to fucking keep away from peanuts. If you know you're vulnerable to COVID, then you've got to keep away from people with COVID. This despite the fact that the science demonstrates that the masks are not going to stop the spread of the virus like SARS-CoV-2. Here's how two researchers, both credential experts on respiratory protection and infectious diseases, but in a report published by the CIDRAP, the Centre of Infectious Diseases Research and Policy at the University of Minnesota, we continue to conclude that the cloth mask and face coverings are likely to have limited impact on lowering COVID-19 transmission because they have minimal ability to prevent the emissions of small particles, offer limited personal protection with respect to small particle inhalation, and should not be recommended as a replacement for physical distancing or reducing time in closed spaces with many potential infected people. Alex Jones discovers what others have been saying in social media, that they are receiving a positive COVID-19 diagnosis, with even being tested, that with the false positives sometimes as high as 60%, well, fucking 100% I think, but anyway, jobs only reporting positive cases, and the counting of probable cases as cases have led the astronomical number we are currently seeing and does not reflect reality. Yeah, that's it. The fucking massaging the figures and that. See what more there is. Might go for another half hour. Yeah. I think that's supposed to be noticed, but I don't know. But anyway, Chicago Lightfoot, that's the mayor's name, she's called Lightfoot, pleases mob, unitedly removes his Columbus statue. Right, there we go, okay. Taking down statues and that. Yeah, that must be it then. Days after 19 Chicago police officers were hospitalized after defending the statue of Christopher Columbus in Grant Park, Democrat Mayor Lori Lightfoot made the unilateral unilateral decision to topple it herself in the middle of the night, the Chicago Sun-Times reported. Right. Looks like she's done it a bit more peacefully than that, but the Christopher Columbus statue in Grant Park was removed hours after Mayor Lori Lightfoot called for its removal. 2 cranes will pull their way up to the statue before 2 a.m. Friday after hours of vocal confrontations between protesters and supporters of the statue, including John Catanzara, president of the Federal Order of Police, Lodge 7. Right, so I don't think even he wanted it more, but anyway. I don't know if that's aid. Well, I think it's aid. Brian Hopkins, second, told the Chicago Sun-Times late Thursday that Lightfoot made a unilateral decision to take down the statue. Hopkins said the intervention was to have them removed Thursday night. Right? Well, there we go. The statue was getting removed. This time by the mayor. That wow, where that dude who was saying about China said, yeah, the Houston I'll read about it. China orders US to close consulate in Chengdu. Retailer removes comes after US shutters China's Houston consulate hit. So there's the American consulate in China, I think. China has ordered the United States to close its consulate in the southwest city of Chengdu. China Foreign Ministry said in a statement on Friday, the move comes in relation to the US decision to shut down the Chinese consulate in Houston over accusations of intellectual property theft. which means fucking spying and fucking. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of China informed the U.S. Embassy in China of its decision to withdraw its consent from the establishment and operations of the U.S. Consulate General in Chengdu, reads a statement. The ministry said it decided to revoke the US mission license and told to suspend all operations and events. Hu Peijing, editor-in-chief of the state-owned Global Times, said China had given the US 72 hours to shut it down. The US State Department has yet to comment. Anyway, says like there's 200 people working there apparently. I'm gonna 50 of them are Chinese according to the website, but yeah. That's that fucking where yeah. Get rid of the fucking charcoal. Gotta get rid of the charcoal. That was nearly the end of okay. Federal forces on standby to enter Seattle. I think they did. Political units ready to aid local police as the city spirals out of control. Yeah. And I think because that's where you're nearly getting fucking civil war, where the fucking mayor's, if she gets the cops to stop the fucking federal fucking aid, go for civil war. Well, I'll check it out, see if there's anything new. Tactical unit of federal agents have been placed on standby in Seattle to aid police should protesters there spiral into unrest or rioting. The New York Times reported a move that comes amid heated objections from the local officials. Yeah, it's federal. You know, if you're not fucking defending your fucking cities, then fucking Trump will. Special response team operating under the authority of Customs and Borders Protection was reportedly dispatched to Seattle on Thursday as a precautionary measure. Yeah, you said. I think they got used and all, but so the stories there is, because they're all like from the 24th. Judge issues restraining order against federal agents in Portland. Yeah. Or it could have been Portland with one in them. Yeah. The judge issued a restraining order against federal agents deployed in Portland, Oregon. US President Trump said he's sent to protect federal property against anti-police and anti-racism protesters. Yeah, fucking rioters. Responding to a local bill in the American Civil Liberties Union, US District Judge Michael Simmons blocked against, or it could be Michelle. Bothers with Michael. What is it? But anyway, from disappearing. Yeah. Arresting, threatening to arrest, or using force against legal observers and journalists. Yeah, well, they're not gonna fucking do all that if these fucking legal observers and journalists start trying to fucking ban people in buildings and that. This order is a victory for the rule of law. The interim director of the ACLUS, Oregon's official, Jan Carson, said federal agents from Trump's Department of Homeland Security and Justice are terrorizing the community, threatening lives, and relentlessly attacking journalists. Oh, the way fucking Antifa fucking smashed the shit out of fucking Andy Ngo. Yeah. Seen Andy Ngo, he's reporting on it. Do you think they'd have got him? No. Journalist. Fucking him. Holy shit. Taking illegal observers, documenting protesters. These are the actions of tyrants, and they have no place anywhere in America. The actions of tyrants is putting concrete in milkshakes, so when you throw it at someone's head, it fucking's got a bit of weight behind it, and then if it splatters on their skin, it fucking can give them 3-degree burns or whatever. But they don't mention that. They're a bunch of pussy little bitches. Major Hollywood studio orders. I don't know if that's AI driving or all driving face mask. Oh yeah, it is AI driving face mask detection robots. Okay now. This could be the future. Put your face mask on, you piece of shit. Rossa uses powerful AI software sensors in a 180-degree field of view to enforce mask wearing. A major Hollywood studio ordered face mask detection robots this week that mount on walls in public areas. Artificial Intelligence Technology Solutions Incorporated published a press release Wednesday morning revealing a major studio in Hollywood area whose name cannot be disclosed due to non-disclosure agreement in place purchased 2 robotic observation security applicants units ROSA from its wholly owned subsidiary Robotic Assistance Devices RAG dealer GSG Protective Service Inc. Incorporation in Los Angeles. According to Rad Rosa, is an AI driven security system including both human and vehicle detection, license plate recognition and complete interrogation, but it's not interrogation. Well, it could be with the RAD software suit notification or software site, could be notification and response library. Oh yeah, okay, that means someone's going to be probably LinkedIn going, hello, sir, you haven't got your mask on. You need to put your mask on, sir. We're phoning the police. We're phoning the police. You have been warned, sir. Probably that shit. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Human detection and autonomous response. Vehicle detection and autonomous response. Premature intrusion detection response and alert. That must mean it's like burp 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 burp. Put on your mask. And then probably when you don't put on your mask, you get the sir, we're phoning the authorities right now, sir. Audio intervention, live stream to mobile app, calculator optimized, no, or Celsius optimized, no Wi-Fi required. Cloud service, no hardware at client site. 20+ day recording of all video, right? So it's nearly fucking a 3-week fucking recording. 1 year event recording in the cloud. Audio talk down, snapshot audio. Oh yeah, so it's been like taking a picture of you before you put your fucking mask up. Yeah, audio talk down and all. That's gonna be, sir. Don't hit. Well, those probably like the pre-recorded sort of. Sir, do not hit the machine. Stay away from the machine. Please, sir, don't hit the machine. Ma'am, stop throwing stuff at the sensory The security sensors, things like that, yeah. License plate recognition, yeah. Requires specific positioning and RD Bolo Technologies platform. Neon charging per customer. SOPs, LEDs charging on customers, on customs, SLPs, standard 110 power required volts, 15-minute deployment time. Don't know if that means 15 minutes for them to get there and put your mask on, but Spot Red exclusive face mask detection system available as part of Red's health screening options. Yeah. Well, there we go. There's a future. Described as the ultimate autonomous response device, Russell uses powerful AI software and sensors in a 180-degree field of view to enforce mask wearing. I thought it was I thought it was going to say, this is not a game, but it says, this is a game changer for us, said Corey English, co of GSG Protective Service, the rare dealer who sold both Rasa devices. Face mask enforcement in this environment is challenging, and the Red lineup allows reinforcement of critical regulations that are in place for everyone's safety without bias and without confrontation. English said. Probably not in that voice. I thought it was an advert there. That's why I did the advert voice. As Russell gains popularity in Hollywood, a much wider release of the Wall robot is expected, due mostly because half of the country is now under mask requirement order as virus cases and deaths soar because the fucking figures are fucking. I just seen on this the fucking oh shit, the figures are Freudian. The fucking been using other cases and that. But anyway, corporations and local authorities cannot decide cannot dedicate or dedicate. Oh, there's a fucking missing an A off there. I think, you know, but anyway. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be dedicate their time to mask wearing enforcement As hot pockets of social unrest continue around the country, this is why elites will resort to AI technology to monitor Americans. Yeah. In some cases, make sure they're wearing masks. The press release didn't state if there were any consequences from mask offenders at the studio. Scientists say supermassive black hole glitched unexpectedly, turning off and on again. Whoa. Yeah. Sudden glitch. Could this be the cause of the acceleration disk magnetic field line collapsing? Well, it fucking might be. Sudden glitch could be the cause of acceleration disk magnetic field line collapsing. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know if that's the exact same black hole that glitched, because it's a black and it's a hole. Times for elaborate. But supermassive black holes are already recognized as some of the most bizarre objects in the universe. Past their high energy coronas. Inside the event horizon, that means where the black hole starts sucking you in. The known laws of physics seem to shut down. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. But recently, astronomers observed something happening to a black hole that seemed impossible even by the object's own outlandish standards. My word. About 100 million light years away, the super hot, ultra bright corona, at the center of a supermassive black hole, 1 ES 1927 plus 654. There's the coordinates probably. Abruptly disappeared and then reformed. Fuck, what? Say that again. It abruptly disappeared and then reformed. Wow. But anyway, essentially turning the black hole off and then starting up again as though it had glitched. it is the first time such a phenomenon has ever been documented. Lead author of the study, Claudio Ricci, remarked, "It was so strange that at first we thought maybe there was something wrong with the data. When we saw it was real, it was very exciting, but we also had no idea what we were dealing with. No one we talked to had ever seen this." I'm not surprised. I'm not fucking surprised. But them black holes probably been there for fucking years and years and years before they even got found. So you know, it might be a fucking monthly reset for it. But anyway, Ricky and the other MIT astronomers studying the event believe a rogue star may have caused a massive tidal disruption that may have acted like a pebble tossed in a gearbox. Well, if this black hole's sucking up fucking stars, yeah, it is going to get turned off. But anyway, which substantially caused the entire corona of a high charge particles to come collapsing into the black hole. As a result, the black hole's brightness diminished. Eclipse obviously dimming by a factor of 10,000 in under a year. We expect that luminosity changes this brings should vary on timescale of many thousands of millions of years. Irina Karana, assistant of professor of physics at MIT and co-led the study, explained. But in this object we saw it change by 10,000 over a year, and it even changed by a factor of 100 in 8 hours, which is just totally unheard of and really mind-boggling. I think I know about the 3 hour mark. Oh yeah, well. That seemed like it could be factors of fucking changes in the atmosphere, but what could possibly mean? Yeah, fucking hell. Yeah, if they really cared about black people, if they really thought Black Lives Matter, they won't be doing this. Meat of the future. KFC is 3D printing chicken fucking nuggets. What the fuck? A post-coronavirus world appears to be filled with automations, artificial intelligence, and now fake meat. Yeah, that would be full of soy. They're thinking, fuck. But anyway, fast food chain Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC, disputed the restaurant of the future. Last month in Moscow, the US fast food chain unveiled a strong front dominated by automation and food lockers, a move that would allow for contactless environments to modulate the spread of COVID. Right, so it's going to be like toothpaste chicken nuggets. Besides reinventing the front end of the store with robots and artificial intelligence, the back end is getting revamped as well. According to the recent company's press release, 3D printing technology will be used to produce chicken nuggets. KFC partnered with 3D blow painting solutions to create a cell-based chicken meat in labs that will be as close as possible in both taste and appearance to the original KFC product, with product testing expected this fall. Alright, so they're not doing it yet. Next year though, next year. Because the product testing, they're gonna get fucking... You're right, dumb cunts. I've never tasted fucking decent chicken in their life. They're like, oh yeah, I like this. I also like fucking Joe Rogan. But anyway, 3D bioprinting solution is developing addictive bioprinting technology using chicken cells. Addictive? What the fuck? Oh, additives might be. Yeah, additives. And plant. Oh, right. I'll start again. 3D bioprinting solutions is developing additives bioprinting technology using chicken cells and plant materials. Yeah, and plant materials. Soy! You fucking soy nerds! Even though soy nerds are going to have to do this one, but allowing to reproduce the taste and texture of chicken meat almost without involving animals in the process. KFC will provide its partner with all the necessary ingredients such as bread and spices to achieve the signature KFC taste. At the moment, there are no other methods available on the market that could allow creations of such complex products from the animal cells, the press release said. I don't fucking want animal cells and soy. I want fucking animal meat. KFC said using 3D printers to produce the meat of the future. Well, not my fucking future. has its advantages. The bioprinting has several advantages. Biomeat has exactly the same micro elements as the original product. Well, just give me the original product, you fucking... Oh, because it'd be cheaper. Cheaper to stick fucking soy in it. Whilst excluding various additives that are used in traditional farming and animal husbandry, creating a cleaner final product. Not with soy. And the dirty fucking farming and animal husbandry will be probably the fat in the skin. They want to get rid of the fat in the skin, which fucking adds your taste and that shit. Cell-based meat products are more ethnical. What? You want to give fucking chickens a vote? Anyway. The production process does not cause any harm to animals, along with the KFC remaining committed to consciousness improvements in animal welfare from the farms. Well, just fucking make sure you get people going around to the farms, checking that they're not fucking playing football with the chickens. And through all aspects of our supply chains, including raising, handling, transportation and processing. Yeah? Well, that's because you give them a life, don't you? You give them a life and you make sure like they're fucking comfy until they get the neck off. And then from then, you just pluck them and bang them in a fucking whatever. Once the heads gets chopped off, even though chickens do last, I think, a year or two, the record is for a chicken without its head. But anyway, the body dies. Fucking. So then you can do what the fuck what. Also, according to the study by the American Environmental Service and Technology Journal, the technology of growing meat from cells has minimal negative impact on the environment. There's no fucking impact on the environment fucking with normal chickens and that shit, man. Unless you're fucking wanting to fucking freeze them and that shit. But if you get fresh chicken, then there's fuck all wrong with it. Fucking allowing energy consumption to be cut by more than half. Greenhouse gas emissions to be reduced 25-fold. Couldn't give a fuck. 100 times less land to be used for traditional farm-based meat productions. The release said, yeah, well, you're just wasting that. You're just doing it for fucking... If you want to sell that to fucking lower off countries who can't afford real meat, then yeah, but I won't be fucking eating that shit. KFC's fucking terrible when they use real chicken. I think it's going to be taste like when they're not using real chicken. Well, I say it tastes shit. It tastes quite nice, but fucking you can do better KFC at home. Because the fucking at the shops, it's fucking like, I won't like to speculate on all the KFC, but they don't take care in doing it and that. But anyway, at KFC we closely monitoring all of the latest trends. Well, it's not even a trend. Everyone hates soy. Who's eating soy? Okay, no, the trend I think you'll find is people are fucking getting proper protein. Staying the fuck away from soy. But anyway, and inventions, well, fucking inventing shit fucking meat is not what you want your company to be doing. But anyway, and doing our best to keep up with the times by introducing advanced technologies to our restaurant. Networks said. Reza Palokya, General Manager of KFC Russia and CIS, fucking KGB, you know. KFC unveiling and testing futuristic meat comes as plant-based burgers, more than I say, have been developed by Beyond Meat and are sold at major supermarkets and fast food chains. Soy. A post-coronavirus world appears to be filled with soy and automation, artificial intelligence, and now fake soy meat. Fucking hell. Well, if you didn't fucking want to eat fucking soy meat, they're saying, well, you're gonna. Well, at fast food, anyway. It's like, oh, what? You're not capable of buying fucking meat from a supermarket and cooking it yourself? Oh, well, you're eating soy. You're eating soy meat. I've even gone nearly an hour more than I was thinking of, but yeah, there we go though. The COVID-19 testing hoax is about to go mainstream. Fuck. The world is waking up. Fucking better be. To the inflated statistics. Yeah, we all what? I fucking know this because I'm not a fucking soy nerd. I don't fucking read Wonder Woman comics and be all like, ooh, Black Widow films coming up. Ooh, so good. Ooh, Black Widow. No, do I fuck? So I know they were a fucking hoax. Local news across the United States is confirming that people who have never been tested are being told they are tested positive for COVID and they are being forced to take a test to prove they are not positive. Alex Jones breaks down how this is all part of the organised hysteria. But yeah, I saw this. It was where a woman, she'd gone to a COVID place, but she didn't get tested. She left before she even got tested. She must have fucking wised up and thought, fucking hell, this is like a desert. Well, anyway, they sent her a letter saying, oh yeah, you got COVID, and she was like, well, I hadn't, and just full of shit. That's what they're doing. And then they're saying, no, you tested positive for COVID. these are all the stories that happened fucking like yesterday or today, depending on where you are, sort of thing. Although most of the world is on the 25th now. Stop the peaceful protester narrative. Mainstream media working overtime, gaslighting the American people that far left violence is a legitimate protest. Yeah, well, we all know that. Quarter and the Chinese Communist Party, the real election meddlers report. Yeah, and okay. Oh, fucking CPS workers fired after wearing professional kidnapper shirt. Shirts likely intended as a joke, making fun of perceptions that CPS are state-sponsored kidnappers. That's Child Protection Service, I think. By the way, epic fail, bombs are yeah. Trump cancels Republican National Convention in Florida, criticising coronavirus concerns. Going to our people to a hot spot. Yeah, could be right. Oh yeah, well, gonna end the stream now then. But thanks for watching and that, and is Prime Cook and that, and yeah, no one came on the Discord, did they? I don't think. I should have. But he did say like he was gone to bed sort of thing and that shit. Like he won't stay up late. But yeah. Yeah, thanks for watching and that, and I'll be doing some more live streaming and that probably a few days up next week sort of thing, because I'm going to be doing some busking tonight sort of thing and that, and so it might be Monday, Tuesday probably. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully like stream again and that, and so if I want to come on and that shit, I say, but might be a bit too late and that for some people when I stream, but I'll probably start streaming at different times in the day and that sort of thing, so there might be a time when I might see you on here and that. But yeah,